Hey everybody, welcome back to The Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in today, and thank you for your support. Today, I'm going to be talking about the new Revolver Deluxe, Super Deluxe Special Edition box set. I ordered my box set through Amazon, and I had a little issue, and something that you want to keep an eye out for is I had a mono and a stereo jacket, but in the stereo jacket was another mono disc. And the first thing I grabbed when I played it was the stereo remix. I wanted to hear that first. And I was like, this doesn't sound so great. I mean, it doesn't sound like I expected the stereo remix to sound. It sounded good, but I was like, what the heck's going on? And it wasn't until I was looking through the forum, Steve Hoffman forum, and another poster put that he got two monos also. And then I checked my actual label, and they both say PMC, which is the mono designation. So I was like, oh man, I got to get this video out this weekend. And so I called Amazon. Actually, I did my normal return for a box or exchange, and they denied the exchange. And I was like, that's weird. I've never had an issue with them. So I had to go and grab a standalone from my local record store of the remix, and I'm glad I did, because now I can give you a complete overview of the box. Before I get started, if you're new and haven't already, please consider subscribing. Please hit subscribe and notification. Hit the like button, and you'll be sure to get notified of all the new content that comes up. So what I did was an unboxing. So there's a segment here with the unboxing so you can see everything in the set. If you are not interested in that, you can skip ahead to the review. Here's the unboxing. So this is how the box appears when you receive it. My particular one has the wrong hype sticker on it. This was from Amazon. It says Super Deluxe CD Edition. I'm not sure why that happened, but that's okay. I'm going to remove the shrink. There's very bold spine and the rear, made in the Czech Republic. And let's look at the contents. So this is the book. I'm going to flip through it quickly so you can get an idea. It's like so much material in here. It's a book that's definitely worth 50 bucks at least. And I think that's where a lot of the price of these sets comes from. This is not a cheap book to make. I'm not going to flatten it down because I don't want to destroy it, but it's crammed full of information, pictures, tape boxes. Track by track listings. Oh, look, he's holding Aftermath. Hand scribbled notes, lyrics, written on a napkin. extremely well laid out. Beautiful. Klaus Warman's cartoons. You'll hear a little tinkering in the background. There's some renovations going on in the house. So yeah, that's the book. Beautiful, beautiful. Then you have the stereo remix and the mono. And this is the outtakes, and this will come inside it. This is the EP, and I love the detail on this. It's great. It's quite a substantial disc too. Very nice. And this is nice because you can't probably see it here, but it's spot varnished over the circle, and the rest is matte. And then that's in the back. So I'll let you know what I think. So, as usual, a beautiful set. Just perfect. A nice set. I thought this set was overpriced, really, to begin with. You know, it was like four records for $200. Come on. But like the other sets, you know, the book is just gorgeous. The book is worth $50 alone, and the quality of the material in the box set is really faultless. And I'm very impressed with the box set overall. So let's get into the different elements. The remix, very surprisingly, I loved it. Well, not that surprisingly, I loved Let It Be as well. I love the White Album as well. I didn't really love Pepper that much, and Abbey Road was good too. I think he's getting better and better, but also kind of more conservative. Giles, that is. And so yeah, the remix just struck me the right way. Now, I'm currently listening through a new piece of equipment, the ModWright PH9 Phono preamp. It's a tube preamp, and it's added something to my system that I've never heard before. This is my first big boy preamp, and now combined with the Hana cartridge, I'm getting great sound, really great sound. And this sound is spectacular on this system now. I like all the choices that were made. I like the repositioning of the elements, so it's a little bit more modern. That's something that always bothered me about the stereo, the original stereo. And it's fleshed out in the bottom. It just sounds amazing. I thought it sounded wonderful. It was such an enjoyable listen. You know, if you don't get any of these, definitely get the standalone to add to your Beatles collection. By the way, I'll have links for all the different editions in the description box below. And if you choose to get any through these links, you'll be helping the channel, and it's greatly appreciated. So, yeah, the remix hit me in all the right spots. I thought everything sounded fantastic. Just beautiful, beautiful. I don't think I've ever heard it sound so good, and this will be my go-to from now on for sure. I really didn't find anything to fault with it. I thought it was wonderful. So the remix is a win. Let's see, the other element. Next element is this. So this is the 2-disc sessions album, and I made some notes. I won't go through every single track, but some highlights. Tomorrow Never Knows. Let me get the numbers for you. Tomorrow Never Knows, take 1. What a surprise that was. Very trippy version of this song, slowed down, unusual instrumentation. It's quite an interesting listen. I loved it. The second one is the mono mix. It seemed to have the effects placed a little differently. I wasn't sure, but it sounded wonderful too. A real interesting one was Got to Get You Into My Life. First version, take 5. That one uses an organ, and it's a very, very different experience to hear organ instead of guitar or horn. Really, really interesting. I loved it. And the background vocals are different and very clear and very interesting. That was a wonderful one too. There's another Got to Get You Into My Life without the horns. And it's a nice listen. I really like it without the horns, to be honest with you. That's one thing about this song that I thought was maybe a little overkill, but hearing these demos or working versions, you get to hear it without the horns, and it's really, really interesting. Love to You was stripped down to almost a demo, and that was pretty interesting too. To me, it's not my favorite song on the album. I love George Harrison, and I liked hearing his vocal and guitar, and I thought it was wonderful. Let's see, what else do we got here? Paperback Writer, you get the backing track. It's pretty interesting. Rain with the original speed was very, very interesting. I'm so glad they slowed it down though, because it's really kind of strange to hear it so fast. But very, very interesting outtake as well. Let's see, what do we got? Rain at the original speed, Rain slowed down. Dr. Robert had a much clearer vocal and a little simpler arrangement. It was very easy to hear things that I hadn't heard before in the vocal. Andrew Bird can sing. There's several here. The first one has a really great relaxed vibe to it, and I really loved that. The second one has a much different arrangement, and the drums are more prominent, and the drum parts are much different. And that was interesting as well. Not my go-to, but it was kind of fun to hear that. Taxman, when I was listening to Taxman, this version is a little different, but it struck me that what a great track to start off this album. It sets the vibe for the album, and it's amazing that it came from George. I thought it was great. And let's see, I'm Only Sleeping. The first one is 4, I think. 4 versions of this. The first one has like a vibraphone or some kind of vibes, and the arrangement's very interesting as well. I thought that was an interesting change of pace. So it's a very short one, unfortunately. I would love to hear more of that. Let's see. There's an instrumental version of I'm Only Sleeping that's fast, which doesn't not work. and I'm glad they slowed it down. The Eleanor Rigby outtakes are mostly focused on the strings, and the second one is a complete string arrangement, and it's great to hear that completely in isolation. Let's see. For No One is a backing track. Beautiful, beautiful. It's very, very good. But it goes to show how much Paul's vocal adds to that record, that track. You know, it has to work together, and the backing track is wonderful on its own and very interesting to hear how complex it actually is. But Paul's vocal adds one, you know, crowns it. So it's just an amazing finished track. The Yellow Submarine ones are kind of interesting. Two of them are working out the lyrics with John singing, so that was interesting. And one is sound effects with Ringo's drumming Ringo's vocal is kind of sped up, which was kind of weird. He sounded a little high pitched, like a chipmunk. They slowed it down for the real track, I think. And let's see, working out the lyrics. Oh, the Yellow Submarine with the enhanced sound effects was really cool too, to hear all that in hyper detail. And Here, There, and Everywhere had an exquisite, simple vocal, which was wonderful to hear as well. Paul's vocal. So, yeah, this is something that you can return to for sure and get a lot of enjoyment out of. I can't wait to delve more deeply into it. The mono mix. I played. Okay, well, the first time I played the mono mix, I thought I was playing the stereo. So now, when I switched back to my mono setting on my preamp, the new mono mix sounds wonderful, and it's better. It is better than the original box set version and from 2014. Just sounds a little more fleshed out to me and a little more projected forward. But it's not like harsher in your face. It just sounds right this time and better than it ever has. I don't know about an original UK, but as far as comparison to the 2014, excellent version of that. And the Parlophone EP single, this is so cool. This sounded great too, and it was wonderful to have these in this format. I loved it. I love that too. The booklet, not booklet. The book is fantastic. High quality, as you saw in the unboxing. The box itself is same quality as the rest of the boxes in the series. And overall, I think, I was really kind of pissed at Amazon. I was going to just return it and never get another one, or wait till the price dropped to get another one. But you know what? The more I listened to this over the last few days, the more I thought, I'm not letting this go. I'm not letting this go. I love it. I'll put my standalone stereo in there, and I'll have an extra mono for that special someone that didn't get the box set and wants a mono from this box set. So that's my take on Revolver. Let me know how you're doing with your Revolver journey. Did you get the new set? Are you just going to get the standalone? Let me know what you're thinking. Until next time, I'm Scott for The Pressing Matters. Have a great day.